So it's Monday, and you know how we do it. Tech updates this morning. I have something quite interesting for you. But just before we get to that, we start off with Zoom, who announced this past week that those who use the video platform for free will no longer have encrypted calls. And now that is that this new change will happen sooner rather than later. The reasoning behind this change, according to the company, is that they want to be able to comply and work with local law enforcement agencies as well as the FBI in the event that Zoom will be used for malicious reasons. Now, those who use Zoom for free merely need to provide an email address, therefore not providing adequate information in order to help verify the identity of somebody. Now, this new rollout will only provide that end-to-end encryption to individuals with full verifiable accounts. Now, why this is important for your business? Now, maybe Zoom could ask for the same info from their free users and give them to the same encryption as their paid users. You may disagree, but this seems more like a marketing tactic than a compliance concern. And for that reason, it's beginning to become just a little bit, you need to be wary of Zoom. Now, remember that they had issues, but then don't get me wrong, it's a great platform. But considering that their handling of past security concerns, and more importantly, how they are addressing those concerns, you may want to consider other communication platforms for your small business as well. Now, of course, you know that this is not the first time Zoom, of course, has been in the firing line because of those security concerns and all of that. But just be careful. Just be careful. For if you are, that is for those who are, and they are the majority. For those of you, us, or those of you who use Zoom for free, you might have some problem. Might have some problems, all right? Okay, moving on from that. Now, the biggest news in the tech world over the past week into the weekend, into this Monday morning, of course, is the PS5, PlayStation 5. Now, it's the next generation PlayStation console with the release date confirmed for late 2020. Now, during Sony's The Future of Gaming event on the 11th of June, that was Thursday last week, we finally got our first look at the PS5's design and the PS5 games lineup, which includes the likes of Horizon Forbidden West and remake of Demon's Souls. Now, the PS5 design reveal was a shock and included the surprise unveiling of the PS5 Digital Edition and streamlines all a digital console without a disk drive. It's another sign that console manufacturers have their eye on the future without physical media. Now, while Sony didn't reveal the PS5 price or release date, we now know a lot of what we can expect when the PlayStation 5 launches later this year. In many ways, this was the equivalent of a PS5 E3 conference, and we now have a stronger idea of what to expect from Sony's next generation machine. Let's take a look at some of the specs. If you're not geeky, this one might freak you out, but then if you're a geek, you might want to listen to this one. CPU, the central processing unit, AMD Zen 2 based CPU with 8 cores at 3.5 gigahertz, which is a variable frequency. The GPU is 10.28 teraflops, 36 CUs at 2.23 gigahertz variable frequency. The GPU architecture is custom RDNA2. Memory interface is 16 gigabyte GDDR6, 256-bit memory. Bandwidth, 448 GBs. Internal storage custom is at 825 gigabytes SSD, solid state drive. iOmega throughout 5.5 gigabytes as raw, typical 8 and 9 bytes per second compressed. Expandable storage is NVMe SSD slots. Now that's quite interesting. They have an SSD internal and also SSD expandable. External storage USB HDD support. PS4 games only. That means that you might not be able to backtrack to PS3, PS2, and some of you don't want to play PS1 games on PS5, it might not be possible. Optical drive, 4K UHD Blu-ray drive. Wow. Okay, just before I talk about some other things about the PS5, let's take a look. For those of you who missed that that Sony event, let's take a look at the highlights of what went down.
Yeah.
I know ITT could not just sit in one place.
I was trying to compose myself, you know. I'm a wife, I'm a mother. I'm not supposed to be talking about game.
Yeah, but the PS5.
But PS5 looks...
I'm not a gaming person.
Sweet!
Yeah.
I'm not a gaming person, but that looks like something that I'm just going to buy and keep. I heard it's less than $1,000 or something.
Okay, so
I don't know.
They didn't release Sony didn't release the price.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
there have been many back and forth. We're looking. Some people are saying, some trusted industry professionals are saying that there is an entry price of $499. Right, that's about almost 500. And then you're thinking of say what now? 250, 260, 270, 300, 1,000 naira, that region. But we're not yet sure. They are holding it back because of course the Xbox X series, which is coming in competition. They're trying to see how they can ensure, especially during these times, that they don't lose. Now, there are two versions of the PS5 coming. There's the one with the 4K UHD Blu-ray drive, and then there's the purely digital one, the one that doesn't have a drive, which is where people think that future gaming will go, where you don't have to use any physical stuff and all of that. So
even now, most of the games, you can download them straight from their own store. So you don't even need a disc to have it, as long as you have enough space on the drive. Sorry, I'm sounding very geeky right now. I'm sorry.
No, you are not.
But really, but then again, the level of clarity I was seeing in some of those clips right now, sometimes it just makes it seem like it's clearer than clear. Like what you used to see before was not clear before.
Now, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Really amazing.
It's something to experience at least. See what it's like.
So I don't know if any of you have seen, we just have to round up now, if you've seen the movie Ready Player One, where you use VR and AR. The future of gaming is something that would not, you might not need parts. There's a lot that you might go to. You get into an environment just by putting something over you, and the future is interesting. And can be terrifying.
My daughter was watching that and is going to start asking me when we're getting ours. But, well, hey, we have to wrap it up for this hour on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yep. That's it on Tech Updates, of course. The first lap of the show is done. We have a second lap and a third lap coming right up. You don't want to miss any of that.